Hey everybody, I'm Belinda Wasser, also known as Rocket Girl, and today we're going to talk about how to schedule meetings more easily. During my 11 years of being a VA, I have had several clients want me to handle their scheduling. And being able to handle that for a client is a really great skill. They appreciate it so much, and it's not difficult once you consider a couple of things. So today I'm going to talk about the 3 things that I do to make sure that scheduling a meeting goes off without a hitch. So the first thing is a time zone converter. And the reason a time zone converter is so important is because when you're scheduling meetings with people all over the world, like I have a tendency to do, there are time zone changes that occur, and it's important to keep those in mind. And I'm going to show you the time zone converter in a minute. Also, Google Directions is something that you need to look at. I'll show you that as well. And a Google Sheet comes in really handy. So let's look at the time zone converter. All right, so for example, there are places in the United States that don't observe daylight savings time. Or there are also countries in the world that change times as well, but at different times of the calendar year than we do. So when you're using the time zone, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble saying that, time zone converter, I want you to put in the dates, because if you put it in for yesterday and daylight savings happens tonight and you don't know that, that can be a big problem. So make sure you put the actual dates in addition to the cities, and you can see when your meeting is going to be specifically. All right, Google Directions is really good when you're scheduling in-person meetings. I had one client who would go to LA and he would want meetings, with 20 people over the course of a week. And I had to make sure that he had enough time to drive or Uber between them. Google Directions also works well for this because what you can do is you can even put in the time of day that the meeting's going to be, and it will give you an update on how much traffic there is typically at that time so that you can schedule the meetings easily. The other thing I do for a complex meeting agenda, like the one I just talked about, 20 meetings over 5 days in a different city, is I track them on a spreadsheet as well, because sometimes what will happen is someone will send me an email and let me know they have to move the time or they have to cancel. And instead of searching through the whole calendar and trying to find what slot they're in, I can easily look at this either Google Sheet or Excel sheet and find their name and look for their slot and then locate it on the calendar. The other thing is that I usually give access to this Google Sheet to my client so they can see my progress. I'll have a list of everybody that I'm trying to schedule and the people who are confirmed, and it gives him a sense of confidence that I'm on the case. So these 3 tools are very important in my world when setting up meetings. I'd love to hear any thoughts you have about setting up meetings in the comments if you're watching the replay or if you're here live today. Before we go, I just want to tell you about my Facebook group. It's called the Virtual Assistant Connection. We are a community of over 14,000 virtual assistants, and I would love to have you join us. Just type the Virtual Assistant Connection in the search bar at the top of Facebook, click the join button, and come on over. We have tons and tons of fabulous information all about being a VA, whether you're just starting out or you've been one for a while. I hope you'll join us. Until next time, I'm Belinda Wasser, Rocket Girl, signing off. Bye-bye.